Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachawadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this 100% truth according to the spirits to be Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect out there pushing His word to the four corners of the earth's sincerity. And peace and blessing to you hopeful believers out there, which are also a part of the elect too. I say Shalom. And once again, I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakwadash. Forgive me, Harachakwadash, the Holy Spirit, to do the lesson on today. Lord, and the feed you lamb and sheep of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. So we got a video through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to go into, it's kind of something that came to mind, but, just a little exhortation video for Yakim, and the sincere sisters Akwaf. We should be rejoicing because the time of Esau's judgment is come, man. The time of Esau's judgment is come. We seeing it, man. And the reason, that made me want to title it this because as of recently, man, the prophecies, oh my gosh. The prophecies are jumping out of the book, man. They're jumping out of the book, man. You got Trump, he just signed an executive order talking about everything going to the digital aspect, you see, and it just been countless things, man. You got more and more of that NATO EU, the revival of the Roman Empire. You got that Revelation 17 really jumping off the page. Those allies of that harlot that rides upon the beast, which is also a part of it. You got them showing their anger, or you could say, for lack of better words, their anger towards the harlot, showing their displeasure towards the harlot. You see, and all of these are just signs, man. These are signs to let us know that our salvation is here. And if our salvation is here, that means that Esau's turn, as I would say, Esau's turn or his time for judgment is come. You see? So let me get this real quick first. Second address 9. This second address 9 and 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure that a time diligently in itself. And when I see a part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand it in the very same time, wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. You see? And we see that, man. Those visions, those particular things that will come upon the earth before Yahweh shall return, that was mentioned to Ezra in the prior chapters. We see those things coming to pass. And chiefly, what do we see? We see that prophecy of the MOTB and World War III like flashing in our face off the pages of the book, man. Just flashing. You know what I'm saying? With red wrapped around them, meaning like a sense of urgency, like alert, like it's just flashing at you, man. And we're getting excited because, we talk about Esau so much because this nigga got to get jacked up, man. This nigga got to get taken out of rulership so we could get put in rulership. This is a nigga that's in the way. You know what I'm saying? You know that song? Move, get out the way. That nigga Esau in the way. You see? That nigga Esau in the way. And scriptures say he will be the nigga in the way when Yahweh shall return, man. And we see that we're nigh to the time of his ass getting jacked the fuck up, man. For all the atrocities and all the abominations that he's done to the earth, to creation, and to the sons of God. You see? As a matter of fact, let me get this. I think I'm saying it right. Right, it's Revelation 11 and 18. It says, then the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear their name, small and great, and should destroy them which destroy the earth. So that's what time we coming to. We coming into the time where the Lord is going to judge this place, and he's going to give his reward unto the prophets, his servants, the saints, the Israelites, Chiefly being, so like not chiefly exactly being only the elect of the nation of Israel, not all of Israel, not all the saints, but a portion of the saints, they're going to receive the reward. And a part of the reward is not just in receiving salvation, and being first fruits into the kingdom of heaven, is also seeing the Lord destroy him that destroyed the earth. You see, them bring judgment upon his enemy, because it said in the last verse, and should have destroyed them which destroy the earth. That's what we see happening. That's part of the reward too. You see? That's part of the reward too. So I'm going to read this. This is Sirach, also known as Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I judge in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. This part of the patience and the faith of the saints. For us to see the fall of Esau, to see this nigga Esau get jacked up, to see Yahweh Shai get his payback on this nigga, man. As it speaks about in Revelation 1. The Son of Man shall come in clouds, and all eyes shall be upon him, even those who pierced him. We can't wait to see Yahweh Shai get his payback at this nigga, man. Because Yahweh Shai, he getting his payback for all of us. You see? He gonna judge this nigga for the atrocities he did to the nation of Israel and for the bullshit he did to him. And we gonna love to see that, man. That's gonna be one hell of a sight, to see this place get destroyed. To see Esau rulership melt before his eyes. Then eventually lead to that nigga being brought to the pit. You know what I'm saying? Being brought to the pit. It's gonna be a sweet taste in our mouth to see the fall of this nigga rulership, man. It's gonna be a sweet taste in our mouth. Sweet, man. Because when you go into the aspect we ate the roll, it was honey in our mouth, but it was bitter in our stomach. But once you fully digest it, right, and it's bitter, it's bitter. But once you fully digest, what happens? Now you have the honey come back. As far as what the pleasures that came from you eating that bitter, and we coming to that part. We coming back to that side of the honey now. You know what I'm saying? Because they all needed. They both good. You know what I'm saying? But we coming to that honey. That honey, man, that part of pretty much seeing the fall of our enemy. Cause we see it, man. And the reason we know we here, because look at what's going on. Look at what's going on. Revelation 17. If you haven't read it, read it. Watch a breakdown on it so you can know what it's talking about. And when you get to the last couple verses, it speaks about they shall eat the whore and eat her flesh. You see that happening. Canada ain't fucking with America. France saying, nigga, give me my Statue of Liberty back. We not down with your shit. Russia said, fuck a peace agreement, nigga. Well, according to prophecy, we know according to scriptures, that bear, the feet being the bear, showing you it's the fall. It will be the fall of this queendom that will be in the earth. It's going to play part in it being the fall, because it's going to be controlled by Yahweh, Bahashim Shai, as putting it in his heart to do his will, to fulfill prophecy. And even Esau, the fucking Edom, even the Russians, they're Edomites. We can't wait to see them niggas fall too. They're going to play a part in destroying their own shit, man. And we going to love it. Call on Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man. We can't wait to see that shit. That's part of our reward too, man. Our reward is getting salvation, but simultaneously, we get salvation. As we go up, we're going to see the fall. We're going to see our enemies going down. We're going to see the fall of our enemies. As we go up on the chariots, Lord, when we beat those men, we're going to see our enemies go down. We're going to see them fall. You see? And even we talking about Esau. We getting in Esau. We talking about Esau today. We ain't gonna talk about you niggas, but we can't wait for the Lord to jack you niggas up too. But we have a better foresight of what we want. What the Lord's gonna do initially for them, which we're gonna rejoice at that. We're gonna rejoice at the Lord killing you niggas and bringing y'all back in a righteous mindset. We're gonna rejoice at that. But Esau, fuck that shit, man. We like the Lord in that spirit. He like fuck that shit. Esau, nigga, you ain't gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. Nigga, you not. Nigga, you not gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. The Lord didn't stutter when he said destroy those that destroy. Nigga, you gonna be destroyed. And we gonna love to see that shit. This is Revelation chapter 18, right? Because it's going to the judgment. I'm gonna read verse 6. Revelation 18 and 6, it says, reward her. I'm gonna start, 6. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you. And double unto her, double according to her works, if the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she have glorified herself. So the Lord gonna hit this hoe with a double whammy, man. He gonna turn that bitch up a notch, man. He gonna fuck this bitch up. He gonna fuck up Esau's rulership. He gonna fuck up Esau. Double for that bullshit, man. Right? And it says, how much has she glorified herself and lived deliciously? This nigga talking all proud. Obadiah goes into that. Psalms 2. That vain image is created by their pride. You know? So much torment and sorrow give her, for she has said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Bashem Avashai, thy power, who judgeth her. You see, that's gonna be rejoicing. We're gonna rejoice at that stuff, man. We're gonna rejoice at Yahweh Bashem Avashai tearing this place down, and we in that time period, man. It ain't no time to get weak, to get all. We supposed to be, man. We gotta be hyped up, cause we finna see, Lord will be those men. We finna see the Lord do the smackdown on this devil, man, for all the shit that he's been doing to us, man. Stemming all the way back to the Greeks and even past that to the garden, for this nigga deceiving Eve in the garden. So now this nigga was picking at us when we was in the wilderness, when we was supposed to be going to the promised. This nigga still fucking with us. He was there when Babylon sacked the first temple. He was there cheering him on his go. It speaks about that, right? We're gonna pull that. There's because how that scripture is worded is worded a particular way, and it's worded like that for a reason. I think it's Psalms 147. Or it's 137. Okay, it's 137. Salakia. Yep, Psalms 137. It says, remember, O Lord Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, which means destroy it, even to the foundation thereof. Right? Completely destroy it. Esau has that. That's the mindset he has. Psalms 83. You know, cut them off from being a nation. That's his mindset. So he was forced a temple getting sacked, because initially Esau don't want us to exist no more. That's his whole. That's the finishing. That's the final decision he's going to come to, that he don't want us to exist. He's already have it in him, but the Lord's going to amplify, especially in these times, man. Right? It's going to be amplified. But keep going. O daughter of Babylon. And really, he's always had that spirit. It goes back to Genesis. You know, the day shall come, the days of my father at hand, the days of my father are at hand, where I shall slew my brother Jacob. He want to kill us, man. It says, O daughter of Babylon, right? So Edom, he will be the ruler of this place known as daughter of Babylon, which is America, Babylon the Great, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall be he, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against a stone. So why does it say happy will these individuals be that you are talking about, raise it, destroyed to the foundation, which is Jerusalem? Which Isaiah 52 talks about us being that holy city, so where people for place. So it's talking about the Israelites. So why would the Israelites be in a happy mindset? Because we're going to be rejoicing at getting your ass back. We're going to be rejoicing at Yahweh Moshe taking your ass out, man. That's what we read in Sirach 25. He said the Lord judges good in his heart, and what? It went to say that a man that has, let me read it again. Right? It says, these be 9 things which I judge in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I was uttered with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children, right? And he that lives to see the fall of his enemy. You see? To see the fall of his enemy. That's why I said happy. They're going to be happy to see the fall of them. They're going to be happy for the Lord to give them the opportunity to get Esau back. And we know it's going to begin with Yahushua getting the first lick. And when Yahushua get the first lick, he's going to extend that on to the rest of the nation. We're going to jack his ass up, starting with the elect. And it's going to trickle on down. And we looking at the beginning of that process from the happening, because first salvation is going to happen. But what is happening with salvation? Simultaneously, our salvation is Esau's destruction. You see? So with our salvation, our deliverance from the bad time, Esau going to be caught up in the bad time. You see? Just like in the time of Rome. I mean, not in the time of Egypt. with Israel's deliverance simultaneously was the destruction of Pharaoh. We ran through the Red Sea. The Lord made He made Moses split the Red Sea, and we ran through it so we could head on to the land. And Pharaoh chased us through it, and that was the end of his ass. See? So at the same time of our salvation, we got delivered from Pharaoh backing us into a corner to Pharaoh being utterly consumed by the Lord's power, his wrath. You see? We're looking forward to this, man. We are looking forward to this. This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass unto thee. It's like, shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. Right? And that's what we're looking at, man. Because this is prophecy, because this is going to happen, right? You read the next verse. It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom, and he will discover thy sins. You see? So this is going to happen after, this is going to happen after we receive the salvation. You see? The Lord going to jack up Edom. He going to jack up Edom. But, it's like I'm losing train of thought. I'm trying to move these scriptures around. But, nevertheless, we see the prophecy of this coming to pass, man. We see this finna come to pass. The Lord finna jack their ass up. The Lord finna jack their ass up, man. He said the cup, man. What's that cup talking about? It's talking about the Lord's indignation, his wrath, his righteous anger. The Lord gonna patch over Salakia. My bad, Salakia. We've been drinking the Lord's indignation for a period of time due to our disobedience. Now it's coming to a time where the Lord's gonna be like, all right, here, Esau, you gonna drink a double portion, pretty much, of the Lord's indignation. And we can't wait to see that, man. We can't wait to see that, right? It talks about that in Deuteronomy. Let me get that. I'm going to get that Deuteronomy 30. Right, let me see. Oh, I'm going to start at 1. It says, and it shall come to pass when all these things come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which has happened. The blessings was on us at a period of time, and the curse has came upon us now, right? Which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind again among all the nations, whether the Lord thy power hath driven thee, and shalt thou return unto the Lord thy power, and shall obey his voice, according to that all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that the Lord their power would turn thy captivity. We at this point. And how we know the Lord is turning thy captivity? Because Abba Bivens, Elijah the prophet, John the Baptist, who is Abba Bivens, has returned. And pursuant to that prophecy in Malachi, it speaks about how that Elijah is going to come back, and he's going to turn the fathers, he's going to turn the hearts of the sons back to the fathers. And that happened during the time of John the Baptist. And then he came back again to do it again during the time of During the time of the late 1960s, early 1970s, which he was really teaching before that, but that's when it started to jump off, really. It was pursuant to that prophecy that it speaks about in Daniel, Revelation 11, Revelation 12. You see? It's that that's that 350 year period where we will be in a dead state. In Ezekiel 35, be fulfilled. Which was fulfilled through Abba Bivens coming back on the scene. Elijah the prophet selected coming back on the scene as Abba Bivens, was Bivens. If you know, the name pretty much goes back to meaning John. It goes back to meaning John. It's a different derivative of Evan. It's a different way of saying Evan, which Evan goes back to meaning John. So the Lord took hold. But what? It says that then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion on thee, which we see him happening. That happened with Abba Bivens coming on the scene. Elijah the prophet, that showed the Lord had compassion. Which ultimately his compassion was really showed through Yahushua. Let me get it straight. First, the Lord, initial way of him showing compassion was sending his son. And through him sending his son, he had Elijah come back to what? The showing the compassion the Lord had. Right? It says, upon thee and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy power have scattered thee. Right? And this is what's happening. So when you jump down, right, to verse 7, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses, that cup, upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Right? So the Lord's going to put these curses. So these curses that we've indulged in, those are going to go on the nations. You right? And we can't wait to see that happen, man. We talking about Esau right now, but man, you other nations too. We can't wait to get y'all ass too, because y'all all does not the scripture say that who has not gotten of her spoils. All of you niggas played a part in our in spoiling us. All of y'all niggas played a part in that shit. So we can't wait till Yahweh Shah. That's why when you read Isaiah 34, it says that the day of the Lord, his indignation is upon all the nations, because all you niggas played a part. Not just Esau. Esau, he was the mastermind behind the plan, and he the one that orchestrated everything. He's going to get the biggest brunt of the Lord's wrath, but all you niggas going to drink. And we can't wait to see that, man. And the Lord going to use us to do it. You know, call on Yahweh Bashma Shah. That's what times we in. We in the times of recompensing our enemy, man. That's what times we in. We in the times of the Lord gonna recompense our enemy for us. And then when we just going on more prophecy be fulfilled. When we get to the kingdom, that 1,000 years is gonna be a blast of breaking our foot off in y'all ass, man. And then we won't have to do it necessarily as much, because y'all gonna get the MO. You gonna get the memo. You gonna know what it is. You gonna know what it is. You see? This is what's coming for us, man. So I'm gonna get this right. I'm ending off right here. Let me see. I can't think of the scripture. Let me see. Lift up your head. Dang, man. It's Romans. Is it Romans 13 and 11? It's like, because it keeps showing me one in Luke. Yep, it's Romans 13 11. This is Romans 13 11. Says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for our salvation is nearer than we believe. You see? Our salvation, our reward is nearer than we believe. And don't get it twisted, Akim. And you, Akwath, you sincere sisters, are part of our reward is what? Being hid from this destruction, right? It's being hid from the destruction. But also, a part of our reward is getting a recompense upon our enemies, seeing the fall of our enemies. That's part of the reward too. Seeing the fall of Esau. Getting out of this shithole and seeing the fall of Esau. And all of this is going to come by way of Yahushua. So we need to reverence and show, pay homage and respect to Yahushua. Because this is not going to be done unless the man does it. Yahushua. If Yahushua, the Lord ain't set up Yahushua to do it, we'll be fucked. So call Allah Yahushua for sending. Call Allah Yahushua for sending us Yahushua. Because if it wasn't for Yahushua, we wouldn't be able to see the fall of our enemy, but we'd be stuck under his damn hill. It's gonna be like the time when Joshua. It's gonna be like the time when Joshua had them kings come out. They had them kings come out, and he had men. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find that real quick. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, this is Joshua chapter 10, verse 24. It says, and it came to pass, when they brought out those kings unto Joshua, that Joshua called for all the men of Israel, and said unto the captains of the men of war, which went with him, come near, put your feet upon the necks of these kings. And they came near and put their feet upon the necks of them. And when you go into the word Joshua, Joshua is Yahushai in Hebrew. So this is what Yahushai gonna allow us to do. He gonna have us when he come and jack these niggas up, he gonna allow us to what? To put our feet on their neck too. You see? He gonna do it first, but we gonna be next. This is a part of the reward, man. So Lord, this is edified to the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, and feed you 11 sheep of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. I'm going to end up saying, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Achakwadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, and to y'all. I'm going to say shalom.